Well, guys, I went to go see the Backrooms movie and absolute banger. Absolute banger. This isn't going to be a typical video where I break down, the movie and X, Y, and Z. I'm going to basically talk about the main focus of the film with spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, go ahead and click off. And I'm assuming people have watched like explain videos already before watching my video or like seen the movie. So we're just going to talk about the baseline plot overarching theme of the entire movie, which I thought was absolutely creepy. So again, before I start yapping, please, if you guys haven't seen the film or, haven't watched like an explain video, and it's really not much to explain, but if you guys just haven't seen the movie, click off. Okay, for the people that have seen the movie, let's talk about it. Okay, the overarching theme that I got from the movie was the fact that once you go into the back rooms, you are remembered but misremembered in certain places to the point where like you become something entirely different. I think that overall concept is absolutely insane and is very terrifying. I think the idea of this movie messes with your brain so much to the point that like if you think about it a lot, the more terrifying that it gets. For example, right? Everybody, if I say, do you guys know what a pencil looks like? Everybody has a general idea of what a pencil looks like. But if you keep misremembering details of what a pencil is, it's no longer a pencil. Just like people, places, and things, we all as human beings love patterns, right? We're pattern recognition, pattern riddled creatures. We love things, patterns. We love things that make sense. When you start messing with the concept of things no longer making sense and you're just like remembering like something, but you don't know what you're remembering and it's altered in so many different shapes or forms, that's terrifying. That's actually horrifying. I saw the Backrooms with my friend and I was talking to him about this particular scene where Clark and his therapist were reenacting an event of Clark being kicked out of his house by his wife. And in this scene, an altered version of Clark's wife and the electrician at the beginning of the movie were in this scene, and basically Clark was losing his mind, and then he ultimately gets killed. When I first saw this, my running theory was, they all eventually fell into the back rooms, and then, this backroom entity as a whole could make a copy of them. But yeah, I just did some research and it basically told me, no, the labyrinth itself can just do that. But it's always going to be an altered version of these creatures called still life. And that's whatever you are being remembered or misremembered as. And it's just duplicating what it thinks you are. But even then, when it duplicates you, it doesn't have like, you're not you at all. It doesn't even know what a concept of you is. It's just literally an entity with like a set form of behaviors, because as you can see, if you guys seen the movie, when the big captain dude came in and ate Clark, the other one started running. So there's a basic mechanic of like fear with these creatures, and they're just not you. And the fact that this place can extract memories as well and create entire environments that are misremembered because it doesn't really know what you're remembering. It just remembers the generality of what that idea is. Like I said before, I can say, hey, guys, you guys know what a number 2 pencil looks like? And we all have a general idea of what a number 2 pencil looks like. But the labyrinth, when it, you come in contact with it, a number 2 pencil can be just wood, no granite in the, to write on, no eraser. It can just be something absolutely not a pencil, but that is the idea it's getting down. And I think that entire concept can like branch so many movies, so many different forms of like cinema, because it's an infinite like mind fuck. There's an actually really interesting like test that people do for videos that I've seen on like TikTok and Instagram. So they have a group of people lined up in a line, right? And they draw on somebody's back. So let's say there's 4 people in a line, and I draw on number 1's back, and then number 1 draws on number 2's back, and then number 2 draws on number 3, number 4, so forth. So it just keeps going. It gets to a point where people feel the sensation of somebody touching their back, and then they try to recreate it on somebody else's back to the point where it's no longer like the standard idea. And I think that same exact concept is literally the Backrooms. Except it's more in depth and complex. I think Kane really did an amazing job doing this movie. For some odd reason online, some people were like, "Oh, he didn't direct the film." Dude, everybody and their mother came out and said, "Yes, he directed the film." Why wouldn't he? Why would they just have a? Why would they give a creator that originally wrote and created this Backrooms idea not have them direct the movie after giving them a budget to direct a movie that they created an idea for? That was dumb. I seen that on Twitter. I was like, dude, I don't even know what type of response this user was trying to get, but like, you just look stupid. And there's some controversy obviously around the film, but it's all just womp womp. It's just people yapping about it. But overall, I thought it was good. I just wanted to touch up on the concept of the film. I didn't really want to do a whole explained video because I feel like a lot of people already watched those or already seen the film. And I just want to talk about how terrifying the overarching story plot is, really. But besides all that, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I thought the movie was good. I hope he continues making more movies. I hope they give him more budgets and more ideas to make more films. I think that he fits, he found his lane, and I think that he should just keep on going. Shout out Kane Pixels, man. God damn. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the Backrooms video in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow the Twitch. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And don't fall in the backrooms. Don't no clip out of reality.